we've been part of the pilot for 2 years, properly implemented for about 1 year, but our Year 11 learners are now looking to move towards our post-16, so now it's looking at the transition from Key Stage 4 into the post-16 unit and looking at how to further the skills, making them more self-assess themselves a lot more, which we have introduced in Key Stage 4. They self-assess themselves constantly in every area, looking now at how they can look forward and making their individual learning plans more relevant to the future needs of each individual student. We've put in functional skills, personal social development and the employability award run by, credited through ASDAN, and we've also implemented the personal and progress qualification with our learners who aren't able to access functional skills at that level. So it's all up and running now. We're linked in with a partner school for the employability, so they're accessing real life work situations to fulfil the standards of that.
We've got some students currently going to Pembeck, which is a local high school, and they're covering ASDAN employability there. So we're using the facilities at Pembeck to kind of work on things like construction, catering, health and hair and beauty. And what that then means is that we're looking at skills that they would need in the workplace. So we're using their facilities to put them in a workplace scenario. So they're working on the employability but accessing the facilities at Pembeck. What's your favourite at Pembeck?
Building an arch.
Building an arch construction.
Yeah.
Cansfield is a big school. There's lots of things you can do. You can go to the LSC like they always do sometimes.
Library.
Yeah, and I'm always there to say hello. And every morning I always go to your room and say hello and stuff like that.
The curriculum down in Key Stage 4 now has, we've took on a lot of ASDAN work, so we're covering quite a lot of the ASDAN qualifications. What that means for us and for our students is that they can then progress that through to college, because these qualifications can take them somewhere through college. I find being, I've covered quite a few different key stages. I like the Key Stage 4 curriculum because it means something to our students. It's very flexible, it's based around what the students need to do to go into kind of employment, and it's all individualised to each student, so I like that kind of part of it.
I work in the office on the computer.
Right.
I do my gardening stuff at Midstream, like doing my own vegetables and making if the plants are still alive, like watering them, and taking the tools out of the tool shed, and putting them back in the right way and brushing them clean as well. That's what I do.
Okay.
Pizza.
So what flavour is your pizza going to be?
Mushroom and cheese.
And you've got to work out how many mushrooms you need and how much cheese.
Yeah.
Is that tricky or is that
Easy.
easy?
I mean, it did take a long time getting it up and running. It wasn't an overnight thing, and I think to focus on one area at a time and build it up, make good links with other schools, because we can offer things to schools and they can offer things to us. It's a two-way process, and definitely speak to other people, join support meetings with other colleagues. You do feel you're on your own and you're fighting all the battles, but when you go to these meetings you do realise everyone's in the same boat as you, and some people have some good ideas that you can use in your centre, and work with your awarding bodies as well. They can there's some really good group meetings that you can go to there. There is more and more resource material available now. But I think the best thing has been just speaking to other colleagues and getting everyone on board and thinking of it as a positive approach. We all ultimately want our students to be as independent as possible, and this is a great vehicle to make sure that happens.